Good morning, everybody. This is Brother Eric with the Chicago Transit Justice Coalition Unofficial Local 308 Membership Meeting Report for March of 2023. And we'll get this going in just a moment. I want to make sure we get the camera right here monitoring this. Looks like I might have cropped it too much. All right. Okay. It's still kind of off there. Sorry, y'all. It's late. Been a long night. Okay. Very good. All right. So, we had we missed 3 meetings already, membership meetings. So they read the minutes. It's just a ridiculous process at Local 308, reading the minutes. Just print the damn things out. Give them to the members. Let them read it. Let them take it home. Let them vote on it. Redact personal or identifying information if they're going to take it home. I mean, make it easy for members to share information with each other. Kim Franklin asked about dues arrearage and dues collected, and they didn't answer it. Fernando Lebron got $600 for the Latina caucus. So I asked him what it was about. Could he tell us? And he said, we have speakers and talk about various issues and politicians. And okay, all right. So, and frankly, I've always been supportive of making sure the smaller groups within our community, especially Latinos and Asians, are able to have access to funds for things like that. I know some people are like, oh, they shouldn't have it, based on this. Well, that's just my opinion. And it doesn't necessarily reflect the Justice Coalition. And of course, it doesn't necessarily reflect the ATU. So Deborah Lane was there. Secretary Lane was there, looking as irritated as usual. She did her reports and left. She's like, boop, she got out of there. And when something happened, and she said, "Don't you f with me," just like a miserable woman. I'm just astonished at how we can pay someone so much money, $135,000 a year, and they can't deal with a pest like me without being a total louse. It's just incredible. I mean, she loves to say the union's like a business. It's like a business. Well, if it was, we'd be broken out of business, because if you want to say the union is a business and the members are the customers, maybe, you treat us like crap. And the only people you treat nice are those who lick your boots and kiss your butt. That doesn't work, you're not going to last. But I did thank her for giving us her reports, because I said thank you, and I did it facetiously, because Eric Dixon said, well, we're going to give you all 3 months report, but we don't have to do that. So we're going to give you all 3 months of financial report, but we don't have to do that. I mean, who are you talking to? These union people, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, this is not good behavior. This is not normal behavior. There's no justification for treating the members this way. It's our union. We put these people in office We honor them with a nice salary and release time from CTA duties, and you talk to us like we are savages. It's just uncalled for. And that's President Dixon, too. So, just audit reports, we didn't have them. And she said something because the auditor came and we weren't here. We didn't, it's like, well, then tell the auditor to come to every membership meeting until we have the report. What? It's ridiculous. Or just give us what the auditor gave you. You can't do that. So we have 2 audit reports that are due. We still haven't seen them. We have no idea what Deborah Lane and Eric Dixon are doing with our money. None. None. Maybe they're going to get it today. She said, I don't know. I don't know what to believe with these people. So for December 2022, we had a balance in our bank account to about 279,000. Total deposits 189,000. Total spending 210,000. I rounded everything off. Our grievance fund is over 100,000. Okay. The building fund is 14,000. Scholarship is 3,000. January 2023, 258,000 in the bank, 251,000 deposit, total spending 210,000. See, we get more money than we did last year, but that's because the dues have gone up. We have less members, by the way. So they wouldn't. Ken Franklin kind of asked about that, and they didn't really give it to him because they don't want to tell us. Because a lot of people are not paying dues anymore. And Deborah Lane has neglected signing up new people or neglected delegating to other officers or stewards to sign up new hires to the union. That's it, January grievance fund, total spending. Okay, February, 298,000 in the bank. Total deposit, 206,000. That's dues, basically. Total spending 179,000. The grievance fund, I didn't understand this. I had to ask her to repeat it. She did, but it just didn't make sense because I thought the grievance fund was over 100 and then it was down to 41. I don't know. She just says it so fast. It's just give us a written report. This is ridiculous. Whoever the next secretary is going to be, could you just give us written reports? You have to just rattle this crap off and we have to try to hope we know what you're talking about. We had grievances, 32 in March to arbitrate. I made a motion because they pass out these ballots that we vote on grievances, and then they give us pencils to vote. It's like, you're doing pencils. Let's see if there's any comments here. Nothing that I see. You're writing them in pencils. They can be erased, So I made a motion that we use pens instead of pencils. And, the peanut gallery got upset. Then you give the pens. And Eric Dixon's, Eric Dixon's like, the man contorts his face. And then he says, what do you need pens for? I'm like, because you can erase pencils. Can we have pens? He's like, you're out of order. I said, can we? And then Khalid seconded it. He seconded the motion. So what's the problem? Just have a vote. All your friends, Eric Dickhead, are at the membership meeting. All of them. So they're going to vote no on it. Why do you do that? Why do you, when we have a motion that's seconded, let it go to the vote? Why do you want to stop it? What's it going to hurt to have a vote? You're going to win it anyways. And that's why I hate you so much, is that you stifle our democratic rights. It's our right to bring up what we want as a motion, and if it gets seconded, we have to vote. What is your problem? You're a freaking tyrant. You're a tyrant. Okay, you think it's stupid and it's out of order. Well, say it and then call for a vote. I'm not going to stop. Anyways. So we had a grievance that thank God we overturned where the CTA is, you know, they got staffing shortages, so they trying to make everyone do everyone else's job and do all kinds of work. They're having them doing yard master work, you know. And some of the supervisors like, hell no, we're not doing all that. We got all this other stuff to do. And they got written up, you know. And so the union board, they didn't want to arbitrate it, but the membership overturned it. So we got two of those. So for the Universal Rail supervisors, you're in Local 308. Congratulations. And we got to give a little credit to Brother Michael Overstreet for not backing down. That's really good. But I'm going to say something personally. In the Justice Coalition, we use grievances as a form of organizing. So what I'm suggesting to you and the other Universal Rail supervisors, organize action. Do a little bit more than just wait for the arbitrator to get back to you. You guys are being made to do all kind of stuff, the supervisor relay crap and all kind of crap. You know, you guys got to start fighting like a real union. Because the union leadership is not going to support it. They only want to do grievances and arbitration, and they'll fight that too. Okay? So just my suggestion. I'm not in your craft, but of course the Justice Coalition will support you. We support all members that want to do rank and file activities. So let us know. We had a discharge, a termination of a card servicer who I worked with. I tried to assist with grievances. Grievance, it was untimely. I tried to explain, look, you know, this person wasn't told their rights. When they did get the information, they weren't given the right information. You know, we failed as a union. You know, they're like, I didn't fail. I'm like, no, I said we failed. Okay, so I had to tell Sister Penny, I'm like, y'all keep taking this stuff personal. It's our union. We failed. Okay, so and of course this had to deal with Orvin Hurst, who's my executive board member. I mean, he's just a mean man to the members. I mean, a lot of these union people are mean to the members and they're nice to the managers. It's disgusting. It's utterly disgusting. And of course, it's the same damn manager, hell, who's wreaking havoc in the shops. Who's part of this? She's in all of these discharges. It's just disgusting. And the union leadership knows she's wrong. They know what she's up to, and they don't want to organize that. They don't want to support, it seems to me, any rank and file action regarding these cruel mismanagers. It's not right. You know, and it sounded like a lot too that President Dixon and Vice President Weems. You know, I was watching it go back and forth. And I was telling the people next to me, man, they sound like managers. They sound like they're defending the CTA. And they're like, yeah. You know, and you know, Brother Mark, Brother Eric, sometimes y'all come across like you more for CTA management. Sometimes you do. Yeah. A lot. Think about it. You're like, well, it's not in the contract. We can't do this. We can't do that. Okay. So if something is being grieved and it's not in the contract, okay, we got to change the contract, right? Well, yeah, but we're not going to talk about it. We have to talk about it at the contract proposal. No. You have the meeting right there with the members. Say, okay, members, you know, the board, we threw this out because we don't think we can win it with the arbitrator, but we can win it other ways. We can try to change the CTA. We can try to make the management stop doing it by organizing concerted activity. Who's open to organizing some action against these mismanagers? You see, that's how you get the members to start stepping up and speaking up. I know. I've been one of them. I've helped members get brave and speak up and organize against mismanagement. It works. But instead, y'all want to just say, no, the grievance is not winnable, and it's not achievable, and it's not arbitratable, and it's abominable, you know. And then it's just like everyone loses hope. Okay, can't win it. Oh, well. Nah. Sometimes y'all... Anyway. They use this, and it's always this FMLA stuff. This people get sick, they get injured, and then they get fired. Look at that. Good records. We had a train operator got fired. They like stacked up all these violations against this person. Cell phone use and not good. I asked the operator a question. Did you have a lunch that day? No, I didn't. And I had this emergency with such and such and so on and so on. I was like, yeah. I said, see everybody? See the operators are being beat to a pulp out here. And this is what they do. They got to just deal with their issues. The way they got to deal with it. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. I know we won't win it if we arbitrate it, but by principle, I always say arbitrate it. And I'm never part of it. It never wins, right? Because the majority of people go along with not arbitrating in most cases. But we have to use the grievance as a tool for organizing action. That's what revolutionary unionism dictates. Business unionism says, yeah, you agree with it, you send it to the board says, can the arbitrator arbitrate it and win it for us? Yes, no, okay. No. Revolutionary unionism says, okay, rank and file, we got a problem, we solve it at step one. And step one in Article 16 is actually very clear in our contract. It says to resolve the problem on site. Right there at the job location. And so that's why we got to have a comprehensive steward base, right? That's why we have to have a militant type of union, militant type of attitude, where when managers mess with people, the workers immediately use direct action. Maybe they take their lunch break, they go outside and, curse out the manager, whatever they want to do, they got to come up with it. But it's like you have to find ways. You got to let people express themselves, and then you got to say, okay, what do you think of that? What do you think of this? Okay, what do we do? And then we vote and we decide. Right there, at the shop, at the terminal, at the station, wherever we're working. Okay. So, train operator, if you're ever getting to the point where, where it's like that, you're like, oh God, they're going to burn me, go in the sick book. It's a desperate tactic, but all of y'all are sick. I'm sorry, you train operators being beaten up. And when I say you're sick, it's not that there's a defect with you. It's the way you're being treated. Your bodies are breaking down. The calls I get, the messages I get, y'all are suffering out here. We need 2-person crews. You're doing the job of 2 people. And it doesn't work with 1 person. Just an idea. Of course, the union bosses will say, oh, don't do that. So, Mark Weems, we had another issue with another, these grievances that they reject are often ones that I help people with. But that's okay, because I tell the member, and Mark Weems, I know you're probably not watching this, but I'm telling you, brother, and maybe I'll try to email you if I get some time. Brother, I tell the members, you're probably not going to win this grievance, but let's grieve it because it's a paper trail, and it's a launching board that we can use for direct action, member-based action, as opposed to relying just on an arbitrator that's going to say no, of course. Okay? The CTA is consistently breaking the contract every day, Article 1.1. Every single day, every minute. I don't think a minute goes by that they don't break that contract. Okay, so they talk all the contract you want, but the reality is they do what they want to do, and we often let them get away with it. So Mark Weems began to just roll his eyes, and he lost his cool, and he said, we got these board union people, board and steward telling members they can grieve and they'll never win it and saying they can win it, you know. And I got pissed. And I said, it is their right to grieve. And it is your right to grieve, brothers and sisters. Write them grievances. Write them. And if Mark Weems or Dixon or Penny or anybody tells you, no, we're not going to accept that, you tell them, it's my right to grieve. Are you saying you will not accept my grievance? Because that's illegal. And maybe they'll say, all right, I'm going to take it, but it's not going to win. Fine. It's my right. And if any of y'all need help, reach out to me. Because, see, I know a lot of y'all want me to be president. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just too radical. I'm too militant. And the CTA is so crooked and in bed with the ATU and the Democratic Party. They're going to pull some stuff. Even if I did get a lot of votes. But we got Ken Franklin running, Penny McCoach, and then possibly myself. We can't let Ken Franklin back in. He had 2 terms. He blew that. Sister Penny, I personally support her. So I plan to vote for her. And encourage people to do it. Anything to keep Ken Franklin out. But, of course, you know, I don't think it's a lesser of 2 evils, though. And here's why. Every grievance that I've helped members write, I've worked with through them, through Penny and Mark. And Penny's been very supportive of me over the years with my enthusiasm about being a union steward, or when I wanted to be a union steward and they were blocking me. You know, we disagree philosophically. She's a business unionist. I'm a revolutionary unionist. But she doesn't block me, and she answers my questions. She helps me help you. I can work with someone like that. And she'll vacate her spot as second vice president, run for president. And y'all want me to run? I think you should nominate me for second vice. Okay? And then I'll be running against Aqua or somebody. You know, that'll be fun. But this is more about the membership, not so much about me. But my point is saying that is, if I become second vice, I'll be working with grievances. So when you do your grievance, your unwinnable grievance, I'm going to be organizing that into a stack of actions. Okay? And help you organize the shops and the terminals. And hopefully help organize steward classes. Okay, so that's something I wanted to share with y'all that came from this. So brother Mark Weems, you know, and he blew his top, I blew my top. It happens. It's democracy. Now that things have calmed down, I plan to reach out to him and say, hey man, you know, I think we need to discuss this with the volume turned down. Here's where I'm coming from when I talk about grieving everything. You go arbitrate. We're not talking about, you guys aren't gonna let me and other people arbitrate everything. It's fine. It makes sense. But we can't not grieve. We can't tell members it's not winnable, don't write it. Because when you write the grievance, it's true and it's sincere and it's genuine, and from that you can build for greater collective action that involves the membership. And that's what we need. We need to be a union with the members control and the members are a part of. And you as a president or vice president or a secretary, you're not losing nothing. When you have members that are empowered with knowledge, you gain. Because they become the power, not you. They become the union, not you. And that's what we need. That's what works in history. And I highly recommend y'all study labor union history in the U.S. and other countries. modern history too, stuff that's happening right now. Oh, going too long. And then, so while we're getting in a heated discussion, Tom Moore, the warden, comes up, to me. You, how dare you? You better be quiet. You better calm down. He's telling me that. You better calm down. And I was like, man, kiss my ass, man, get out of here. And he, yeah, let's take it outside. Now here's the warden, Tom Moore, the executive board at 95th. He's challenging me to a fight outside at the Union Hall in the parking lot. You're such an idiot. What the hell? You don't like the way members express themselves, so you're like, we're gonna fight. You wanna fight? Fight. Go ahead, swing. Shoot me. Do what you gotta do. I ain't gonna stop. But what I don't think he knew is President Dixon had called the cops, and the cops were out waiting. Dixon was hoping if the meeting is canceled, he'll walk out and I'll stand in front of his car again, right? And the cops will, hey, get out of here, kid, or lock me up or whatever, because he can't get away with running me over in front of the police, but he knows he can get the police to remove me. But then here's Tom Moore. He wants to fight me in the parking lot. So here, I'm going to go out, and then there's Eric Dixon's hitman. He going to get arrested by the cops. So Tom Moore, brother, my union brother, you want to fight, get all tough, eat an ATU pig or something. Man, like, I don't give a crap. Do what you got to do, okay? Just do what you got to do. The Justice Coalition, we are many. You pick me off, there's going to be another one. Okay? There's going to be another lightning rod for you, another punching bag for you, Target. I don't care. Same with the peanut gallery there. Do what you got to do. Yeah, you were saying, yeah, go get them. Yeah, take them out. And then y'all talking about you got to commit me. I should be kicked out and put in a mental hospital and all kind of stuff. Go ahead. Do what you got to do, because it proves that your argument is flawed. Because you have to resort to violence, guns, cops, and managers in order to defeat stuff that me and other people are telling you. You're weak. But do what you gotta do. Go ahead. I don't care. I really don't care. And I don't mind going out fighting for justice. It's much better than dying of some disease or getting run over. That might happen. That might have happened, right? or me just dying in a plane that crashes, whatever. But whatever, do what you got to do. Quit talking about beating me up. Quit talking about shooting me. Quit talking about arresting me. Just do it. Just do it. Get it over with. And if it's meant to be, you'll win. If it's not, you'll lose. And then we had Lamont. Now, this is a fellow union steward, brother. So Lamont, because of the grievances that I've been helping car servicers with, that he and Dixon and Weems, I guess, don't like, they were upset about. He's saying that he said that Eric Basir has a circle of apprentices who he's misinforming. And he knows that they don't have insurance, and he's telling them to grieve for insurance. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But they can grieve. Okay? They can grieve. Now, will they win? Not necessarily, depending on the circumstances, right? But I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them fight. And I'm going to tell them the truth. Now, you say I'm misinforming, Lamont. Okay, I'm Fred G. Sanford, and you're Lamont. Please, provide for me and all the members that you're going around talking to not talk to me, not work with me, and the members in the meeting that you said, and show us exactly how I'm misinforming. I don't want you to come to me with what someone said. I need you to use documentation, something I wrote, something I said. And if that is misinformation, then I need to correct myself. And I will. But like I said, I'm Fred G. Sanford and you're Lamont. You need to provide the evidence that I'm misinforming the members. And I am going to reach out to every second chance apprentice that I meet and give them the collective bargaining agreement letter of understanding for apprentices. And I do that for everyone I meet. I try to get it to them or I tell them to get it from me. You don't do that. No, you don't. No, Brother Lamont. In fact, I noticed the last person you represented at Howard, he came to me and said, what the hell was that for? He didn't do nothing. I said, well, did he offer to help you do a grievance? He said, nope. Because I'm sure it probably wasn't winnable, right, Brother Lamont? You big. So, Brother Lamont, you want to call me out? I suggest you put charges on me. Because if I'm misinforming the members, that's pretty bad. So I need you to document this stuff. I'm willing to correct myself if I'm wrong, but I suggest you put charges on me to have me expelled from Local 308. Because I'm certainly going to do it for you and encourage others to do it for you if you keep selling them out. So, yeah, we had another park servicer screwed over by this manager regarding a job, and they're like, well, the CTA said they can choose who they want. I said, okay, can I tell you about this person that applied for this job? I explained to them how they were being harassed by the manager and being blocked. And this manager made sure this person didn't get the job. And they're like, yeah. They knew I was right. So I'm like, we got to do something about this manager because they're causing us to have to deal with a lot of grievances that you guys are throwing out. So Local 308 union bosses, you don't want to arbitrate these unwinnable grievances? Well, now you have documentation that I have helped members give you to show that we have a particular manager who cannot behave themselves, who are disrespectful to the members, who harass them, who terrorize them. You know I'm right. You know who this is. Stop hiding behind what's winnable or not with a grievance. And let's start thinking about organizing the members to use direct action. You don't like how I talk to you? Well, I don't like how you talk to us. You tell us we can't win this, can't win. Then find a way. We have to find a way to win it. But you know what we should use? We should use good old-fashioned direct action. Start reading history. Look at how real unions do things. Sister Penny said, watch out the drug and alcohol testing. They're going to get you for the P10 positions, And, we gave us a little handout. I guess I gave them out. I can't find them now. I guess I gave them all out. We had so many CSAs that went to P10 positions for full-time jobs that are not customer assistant. But here's the problem, though. They're still hiring part-time jobs. Okay? So that needs to stop in the 2024 contract. We need to whittle that down by 2025. 2026, we should be at 0 part-time jobs here. We can no longer perpetuate poverty. The majority of the workers are in Black and Latino communities that are being totally disenfranchised, totally destroyed. I see Brother Miguel says the grievance committee at Local 241, they said the officials are the grievance committee. Yeah, you guys are supposed to have the final say, Miguel. So, but they're ripping you off with that. Check your bylaws. Put charges on them. Okay, do that. Hey, Kendrick. What's up, brother? Got the Justice Coalition organizers here in the little chat. So yeah, Brother Mark, like Sister Cheryl said, Brother Mark, Everybody, Sister Penny, the P10 is a concession, okay? It's nice, it's nice, it's nice. I like seeing some of the CSAs that I saw in poverty now being able to make a respectable living. I like that. They're probably gonna be able to buy houses soon, but the percentage of uh, black home ownership has gone down by very little percentage, but it's not increasing from 2011 to 2019 or 2020 or something like that. That happens to be where roughly when full-time temporary, part-time temporary became more of a reality at the CTA. Again, the majority of our workforce is black and Latino. The majority of the people in um, poverty in the city of Chicago are black and Latino. You see what I'm getting at? We cannot continue to disenfranchise and keep our communities poor. Because that's what these jobs are doing. Not the P10, the CSA, Second Chance, flag. Gotta be full time for all. Just saying. Um, we got contract proposal meetings, so see that posting, and we posted it at the coalition, and the union people passed out flyers. I passed those out at Howard Shop. Um, President Dixon said, "Watch out! That cell phone. They coming after everyone with the cell phone. They going crazy, going after the customer assistants in the booths with the cell phone. So in the booth, you get a write up for cell phone. That's a behavioral. You in safety sensitive. You in transportation, maintenance. They're gonna hit you with 2 year safety. So stay off your phone when you're in that motor cab or even on the platform. Just like go to the bathroom. CSA, just go to the bathroom. They can't get you in there. And if they try, they're in big trouble." um, so Tom Moore, Michael Overstreet, and Franklin were talking about how the operators are. There was a debate, even with Weems right there. The operators have to clear the trains, and sometimes people aren't responding and whatever, and going back and forth about it. But see, the main problem is they got us clearing trains, and that's really not part of our job. So you shouldn't be doing it. The trains cannot be shelters for the people of the city of Chicago. So we got to start thinking more broadly, y'all. I know you're saying, well, that's not a local 308 issue. It is because it affects us. So homelessness, lack of health care, lack of education, and lack of gainful employment. We have to ally ourselves with organizations and unions and get involved in actions to make sure that the people here in our city are taken care of. All the sick ones, all the not so sick ones, the people that fall on hard luck. You tell me we don't have the money. We just sent $50 billion more to Ukraine for that war. Plus we got more money going to getting ready for war with China. And really that's a war with Russia and Ukraine. It's just a proxy war. Another topic for another day. But and Afghanistan's still going on. Iraq is still going on. Yemen and countries in Africa. Okay, so they got operations there. They got operations in Latin America, the Caribbean. So you got all this money, I think it's an $800 trillion military budget, just for 1 year, for 2023. So it's almost 800 billion. It may not be 800, it might be just under it now. The year before it was 768 billion. Sorry, not trillion. I think it's trillion if you add up the cost of all the wars going back to 2003. But anyways, that's it. I don't see any other questions in the live chat, and it's bedtime for me. So, we're gonna have a bylaw read. Someone brought up too. A brother brought up that we need to have a central location, and I agree. We can rent libraries and do it. And people say, oh, we make too much noise. All right, fine. Figure something out. Do it virtual. We're supposed to have charges put up against Orvin Hurst in the shop, and he skipped that. He said he'd do it at the next meeting, and he skipped it at this meeting. So I think Dixon is stalling. Our assistant executive board, Brother Benny, is resigning. He's doing a letter of resignation. So that means in the shop we're gonna have a vacancy for assistant executive board. So if you want to run, or you know someone you want to run, nominate them. You say a lot of y'all want me in there, so go ahead and nominate me. When that comes up, you'll get a letter. It'll be announced if that's what you want. I will not be nominating myself. If you don't want to show up for a meeting and nominate me, I really don't want to bother to deal with the headache. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just my belief. I've been saying that for years. I ain't changing. All right, but I'll nominate you if you want. So let me know. Okay. So Ken Franklin's got a bylaw revision that was read. Basically, we're going to have Saturday membership meetings, and we'll have it on Zoom. So I'm like, oh, God. This guy is a trip. Because we've been fighting for that for 2-3 years. You know what I mean? So he, takes something from the Justice Coalition. Now he's making it his own. And that's good. That's good. As long as if they copy you, they emulate you, that's good. That means you're leading. So Ken Franklin, I'm glad that we at the Justice Coalition have inspired you to do something a little radical. Still ain't gonna vote for you for president. And I'm telling everybody, I won't vote for that guy for president. Hell no. Maybe executive or assistant executive board, but no. Had enough of that strawberry scented BS. So I don't see any more questions. Just never forget, right here, don't stand by, stand up. Our billionaire employer treats its employees like, never forget that. And it's till we decide to start fighting like a real union. We don't just rely on grievances that we throw out or grievances that we can win. We organize the members to fight back and build for bigger, more progressive actions. They're going to keep doing this. They're going to keep doing this because we let them. It's time to stop them from abusing us. It's time for them to respect us. All right, thanks a lot for listening. Make sure you share this everywhere. It's public. We'll be uploading it momentarily.